We've discovered that vampires exist in the DC universe, and they've become ingrained within the world of superheroes. Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern, is actually a vampire who has been hiding inside of the Justice League for an undetermined amount of time. And today we're going to be covering a short episode bringing you DC Vampires issue number 2, where Batman gets involved and is going to help discover who is the other vampires. How are the vampires involved? This is the Comicstorian channel, where I give you a synopsis of your favorite comic book storyline, giving you the bare bones knowledge that you need to understand the storyline, and allowing you to go out and buy the issue or the next issue so that you can get the full context and all of the amazing art. Make sure you visit your local comic book store or go to your favorite digital retailer. Now, I'm not going to waste your time with a lot of intro on this one, as it is a relatively short issue. It's only DC Vampires issue number 2, and since they are spreading these out like 5 weeks apart, we're going to try to bring you the individuals as often as we can. And as I said, when we last left off, we discovered that there was a vampire uprising coming and that Hal Jordan was secretly a vampire. But Batman was the other individual who got that information, so let's find out what is going on. The world speaks the name Anton Arcane in hushed whispers. To know him is to know no hope, which begs the question, who would dare sneak up on Anton Arcane? The answer is simple. You don't. And Hal Jordan doesn't care to be subtle. As Anton tries to keep the vampiric hero at bay, Hal Jordan breaks through all of his curses and hex, telling him, "Your magic is strong, maybe even the strongest that I've faced." But as Hal rips out Anton Arcane's spine, he tells him, "But I'm afraid my will is much stronger." A voice calls out to Hal, telling him that they have a problem, and he tells them that whatever it is, he's going to handle it. But the voice tells him that this problem has come to be because he failed to deal with the last problem. Andrew Bennett was out in the wind for a week before we got a hold of him, and we have no idea who he may have spoken to. We need to assume that he told people about our plans. Maybe they won't believe him, but someone will talk, and enough whispers can turn into a roar. We must keep any suspicions pointed away from us, Hal. We have to keep the superheroes distracted and distrustful of each other. The last thing that we need is the wrong person figuring out who we are. The next day, Batgirl lays out in the sun when she sees Nightwing standing over her. She tells him that he looks really good. Much different to see him in the daylight. Speaking of which, why are the Bat family being called out in the middle of the day? Batman steps onto the balcony telling them, "What we're about to discuss must stay between us. Now come inside." All of the Bat family are gathered in the sunroom of the Wayne Manor. Alfred begins pouring tea for everyone, and Batman tells them, "I was visited by Andrew Bennett recently, here, looking for the Batman. I have no idea how Andrew Bennett knows of my identity, but that wasn't the part that worried me. There was a note left for me. Afterwards, Andrew has seemingly disappeared off the face of the earth. The contents of the letter claim that the vampires are preparing to wage war on humanity, and it seems the new leadership of vampires doesn't share the same belief that Mary, Queen of Blood, believed. However, another concerning situation has risen up. Villain activity is down across the country, which could mean that they too are targets for the vampires. The fact of the matter is, we have no idea who could be behind this. The fact that after a week of investigating, I don't even have a lead, is kinda disturbing." Red Hood asks, "Wait, so anybody could be a vampire? Why are you trusting us?" And Batgirl looks at her cup. He doesn't. Damian throws his drink. "Did you poison us, father?" Batman turns to everyone. "No, I did not poison you. All of your drinks were made with holy water. If you were vampires, it would have burned you. Likewise, that is why we are meeting in the sunroom. The UV light would also hurt you. Now, with that out of the way, there's something I'd like to show you." He leads everyone down into the Batcave, and after one more test of making everyone hold a cross, he reveals their new weaponries: swords, knives, and stakes. When asked if they're expected to kill, Batman tells them, "You can't kill what's already dead." But later that night, over on the coastline, Hal meets with the Flash, telling him that he needs to talk to him about something important. "Please, have a seat." Flash looks at the construct chair, telling him, "Well, if you're gonna show off." Seconds later, Flash grabs several pieces of debris from the beach and makes a chair, and the two sit down. Hal tells him that what he's about to tell him is fate of the world, end of all things bad. This is going to decide who lives and who dies. Has he happened to speak to anyone recently? Bruce or Clark? Flash tells him no. He wants to know what they're talking about first. Hal goes on, explaining that he wanted his friend there. He wanted his best buddy alongside him in the upcoming war. But as the construct chair grows claws and grabs the Flash, he informs him, "But my lord said that if you returned, it would cause a genocide. You would drink the entire planet because of your metabolism and speed." Flash tries to vibrate to free himself, but Hal tells him, "Be still." Flash tells him, "This isn't you talking, Hal!" And Hal leans in. Yeah, it is. And with a snap, the Flash falls to the ground. Hal tells him that he's so sorry. He really did want to conquer the world with his friend. And there you have it, issue 2 of DC Vampires. Now, I did warn you at the beginning of this video, these are going to be short as DC Vampires is short, and I highly recommend picking up this issue yourself. I'll give you the link down below. There's a lot of back and forth with the Bat family that happens in the mansion, which I loved. I thought it was some of the best Bat family banter that I've read in a long time, and I really wish I could bring it to you guys here, but we're only here to give you a synopsis, not give you the beat-by-beat moments in every single comic book. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you want to make sure you catch issue 3, which will be arriving in early January, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on your notifications. Thank you guys so much for your continued support, and I'll see you next time right here.